As the war on opioids continues, some here in Alabama say they're caught in the crossfires. New tonight, WSFA 12 News reporter Morgan Young speaks with two disabled veterans who say stricter dosage guidelines are making it harder to get the medicine they need.
For Army veteran Billy Wiles, every day is painful.
I've got a degenerative disc disease, osteo and rheumatoid arthritis. Everything hurts but my hair.
He takes two opiates to help, Norco and Methadone.
It would reduce the pain to where it was tolerable.
But over the last few months, things changed.
For the past 20 years, Wiles has had a prescription for 4 methadone pills every day. Now, 4 times the about 30 days that are in a month is about 120 pills. But this month, his prescription had 64 pills.
Fewer pills each month.
I'll be down to 1 a day pretty soon.
His doctor told him his hands are tied.
He said he didn't want to go to jail or prison. He said, you know, if they're going to do me like they did the other doctors, I might as well just not do it.
Jamie Rathbone's doctor told him a similar story.
My doctor apologized to me
for major dosage cuts for medicine his family depends on. I asked him how life would be without it.
Horrible. I'm a single father, and I don't know that I would cautiously be able to take care of my daughter.
State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris helps lead the state's opioid council and says there are no specific state or federal laws on how much a doctor can prescribe, but acknowledges the negative impact caused by those who abuse the system.
I think some people reflexively say, oh, well, I'm just not going to write any prescriptions for narcotics, but that's certainly not the goal.
He says the council plans to attack opioid abuse without hurting people like Wiles, who fears what more dosage cuts will mean for him.
I'll probably be stuck in this house for the rest of my life.
Or Jamie Rathbone, who has her to think about.
I'm not a drug addict. I don't take my medicine to get high.
He says he's just trying to get by. Morgan Young, WSFA 12 News.
I am on Court Street in West Montgomery, just feet away from this afternoon's crime scene. Now, these sidewalks, when school lets out, are full of children who are walking home. And the parents I spoke with today say they are devastated that a child lost her life doing something that their kids do every day.
Know who or what happened, so I just came running.
Panic as parents ran to the area surrounding Bellingrath Middle School, demanding answers, wanting to know if the news they'd heard was about their child.
I do, in the 7th grade at Bellingrath.
Panic turned to sadness, because even when they learned it wasn't, it still hurt.
I'm just upset. I don't even want to do it.
It's sad. It's just sad. That's all I can say. It's sad.
Even though she's sad, Benita Hood says she isn't surprised.
It's just not junior high. It's elementary. It's the elementary, middle, and high schools over here. So
she says she is fed up.
Yeah, because it don't make no sense.
Bellingrath 7th grader Latricia Harmon says she heard what happened to her classmate from a friend on Facebook.
And she shared it on Facebook. She said she just got through talking to the girl, and then I heard what happened. It was just so sad.
Her mother says she is afraid for her kids, who walk home every day.
I have 3 kids that go to Bellingrath.
I spoke with one mother whose son was shot 3 years ago. She says this incident hits close to home.
Every time I hear about somebody getting killed, a little child, I just cry and think about my son.
It's a sadness she says she wouldn't want for anyone.
I haven't slept in 3 years.
Some students like Harmon are left feeling uneasy about their safety.
It makes me think like one day it might happen to me when I'm walking home. Like I don't know when it's gonna happen or anything.
As we said, police do have one person in custody. Possible charges are pending. MPD says this investigation is ongoing. Mark.
Meet Jesse Wood, an Alabama football fanatic,
World tired.
prom king, and if you ask his parents, a fighter.
Nothing has ever held Jesse back.
Not Down syndrome, and definitely not stressful schoolwork, because as of last weekend, he's also a proud graduate of Park Crossing High School. The last name to be called, followed by 2 standing ovations and a roar of applause. A good day for Jesse.
Happy.
An emotional one for his parents.
The tears, I was squalling like a baby. I was very happy for my son.
And the support he received on his big day.
The overflowing joy and love for your child, it's just very, very heartwarming.
A day his parents, like most, cannot believe has come and gone.
My son was proud of you.
Your mom said she's so proud of you.
Yeah.
It was no surprise that Jesse had that kind of reaction, though. Not for someone who does not meet a stranger and knows how to make an entrance.
You come in the room and he's Berners, like Jesse.
Humility and kindness.
Jesse has taught me more than I could ever teach him.
A diploma is great, but those things make his parents most proud.
Everybody wants their child to do great and be sweet and accept everybody.
It's those things, they say, that leave a lasting impact.
If there were more Jessies in this world, the world would change.
Now, Jesse will actually return to Park Crossing in the fall to get trained in some job skills. And I asked him what he wants to do. He said maybe a doctor, but he also said he really likes to cook. And obviously he's got a lot of talent, as you saw, so I'm not worried. And Val, he told me he'd be watching, so we definitely want to wish him another big congratulations.
Absolutely. Congratulations, Jesse.
As the snow and ice melt away in Union Springs, an investigation into a shooting from nearly 2 weeks ago heats up. Even on Friday afternoon, a busy interrogation room. Investigators still digging for answers, but knowing enough to take some action.
This is a warrant of arrest. The Union Springs Police Department has signed 7 of these for 3 different people with arrests pending.
Captain Sharon Dean says originally the 7 warrants covered these 3 charges.
Assault first degree, shooting into an occupied dwelling, and then shooting into an occupied vehicle.
Early Friday morning, one of the 2 who were in critical condition passed away, upgrading the assault charge.
It's now murder.
Catherine Rivers says 2 of the 6 who were shot are her cousins.
It was just senseless. I never understood it.
She is relieved they're both okay, but sad for her community.
We never had any Western shootouts before, but it was just unusual, but just sad.
Captain Dean, a Union Springs native herself, takes the incident to heart.
It makes me kind of upset because it's not what I'm used to, and I've been policing here for almost 26 years.
She has ideas about the root of the issue.
I don't know whether it's because of the upgrade in drug use or if it's just social media.
But knows this to be true.
It's becoming a real problem here for Union Springs.
Morgan Young, WSFA 12 News, Union Springs.
Well, Mark and Val, like you just said, this is still a very active scene, flashing lights, many fire trucks, and dozens of firefighters still out here working to put out the last of the flames. And I want to give you a closer look at the exact thing that's burning. Mark mentioned this, thousands of these wooden pallets. That is what has been burning. You've seen the images, our live stream, our coverage of this. This is what has been on fire this whole day. There's actually a wooden pallet company that sits on this land, so obviously this is their property. And as firefighters are working to put out the last of those flames, we want to give you a look at what they were working against earlier today.
75 firefighters and hours of work to get this fire covering 5 acres under control.
Very heavy fire load, it's very hot inside and it's continuing to spread. Our main concern at this time is protecting exposures and confining it so it doesn't spread any further.
This drone video from Montgomery Fire and Rescue shows just how massive the fire was. It started around 3 in the afternoon. Firefighters got it contained around 6 in the evening. The flames and billowing black smoke could be seen for miles away. Officials even had to close a nearby intersection to allow crews the space they needed. Employees at nearby businesses were sent home.
It is spreading kind of rapidly with the winds not helping us at all.
Winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts at 20 miles per hour. Crews also had to work against low water pressure to fight the flames.
We have some aerial footage and we also have, just from reports, it looks like it's just wood pallets burning at this time.
Thousands of them, but only 1 injury. A civilian man suffered 1st and 2nd degree burns. They were non-life threatening and he was treated at the scene. As crews continue to put the first 3-alarm fire of the year out, officials are grateful no lives were lost.
Now, we recently learned that 1 firefighter was treated for muscle cramps. We also want to include that I reached out to a company called American Pallet. Their website shows that they are located at this address. The representative I spoke with said the company does not have a comment at this time. But as you've seen, still a very active scene here. Many crews here just working to get this just completely taken care of and out of the way. I spoke with one of the chiefs and he said that they will likely be here all night. Mark?
And thanks for your work all day, Morgan. We appreciate it.